declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Good evening, Jackie Gleason Depot members. It's Rob Martinez, Depot chairman, coming to you on this Sunday evening. It's been a while since I've been on, but so many things have been transpiring. But we're going to do more of these virtual shop gates and start doing some live shop gates at the depot. So I'm gonna just begin, and I'm not gonna take too much of your time on some current events and upcoming events. Well, as you know, Friday vice chairman spot between LJ came out victorious. So what I'm gonna do is do the work. So, and I know he's ready to do the work as well. We sat together and we agreed that even though we do disagree on certain things, there's one thing that we do agree upon, that the work is important, we work for the members, and we want to get to work. So congratulations again, and looking forward to get to the work. This Tuesday, the 21st, is the monthly division meetings. As you know, our contract expires May 15th. And I always say it's important for the members to participate, the members to come to these meetings where you have the division officers there. There's no buffer in between. It's from the first meeting is at 11 a.m. The second meeting is at 6 a.m. And it's contract season. Very important for the members to come through this Tuesday, April 21st. And a lot of people within our depot and other depots, they always have a lot of things to say. Come to the meetings and speak your truth and get whatever you want off your chest. Very important. The division officers there, and they take all the questions. So once again, last time, this Tuesday, April 21st, is the division meetings, TA Surface. The next important date that we have coming up is May 1st, Friday, May 1st, at 2 Broadway. It's a rally in front of headquarters, 2 Broadway headquarters. And that one will be very, 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 very crucial for the members to go and make their voices heard and make a statement. Make an impactful statement. Contract season is here, and the Voices Collective in a mass will be heard on May 1st. I'll be there. We'll be leaving from the depot. Speaking of contract season, as you know, this time of year, they look for any excuse to warrant why they shouldn't give us any incremental gains, anything. They want to be tedious and trivial. And now more so than ever, they want to enforce the rules. At the depot level, they have been lately retracting pay for failure to turn in your trip sheet. There is a memo specifically stating that upon clearing, you have to submit your trip sheet. In the event that they run an audit throughout the week, any trip sheets that are missing, they will retract your pay. There's a stip. The stip should be on the screen any moment, which indicates what is the penalty and what do they retract when you do not turn in your trip sheet. It's up until 15 minutes of pay. So please, don't give them any reason to retract your pay. Another way they have been enforcing the contract is the submission of sick lines and doctor's lines. As you know, when you go sick, within the first 3 days or 72 hours upon returning to work, you have to submit your sick lines and or doctor lines if you're in that category. Um, um, they have been retracting pay. Every day I run the program and I see they're retracting pay. I get operators coming to the union office and showing me their insight, or sometimes we log on to their time card and their pay is retracted. The time card and their pay is retracted. Now, granted, if they retract your sick pay, they do put the sick day back in the bank, but you're still going without pay. Please, 3 days upon returning to work, 72 hours, submit your sick line, doctor lines. We don't want to give them anything to penalize us. Also, it has been brought to my attention, and this is coming from the division, even though the dispatchers at the crew and at the yard have been told to enforce it, but I know for a fact at the division level, they are enforcing the uniforms. Sometimes I see the members, I tell them, listen, make sure you're in full uniform compliance from head to toe, because especially if you're wearing non-slip resistant, non-oil resistant authorized shoes, they could take you out of service. For a hat, you can always remove the hat and keep it moving. Your tie, you can always get a tie. But when it comes to the shoes, they can take you out of service. Now, in the union office, I have a form that you could take to your doctor, to your podiatrist, indicating that the shoes that they issue from Safeguard is not comfortable for your feet. They will submit the form, you turn it into the general, and you can get a comfortable shoe, but it has to be slip resistant or oil resistant. The box has to stay so. So those are 3 things that I told you that they have been enforcing as of late. Moving forward, the next date that they have is June 6th for Family Day. That's the tentative date. As of yet, I don't have a flyer for that. As soon as I get a flyer from the division with the concrete date, I will be posting it in the WhatsApp group and in the whatever, they'll be posted throughout the depot, and whatever social media pages are allowed to put that flyer. June 6th is the tentative date for Family Day. At the chairs meeting, they wanted to be more inclusive in the fact that they don't want people divided, that this is the Eastern York section, this is a Fresh Pond section, Grand section, etc., etc. Everybody will set up and everybody will participate and share amongst themselves. That is the aim and the objectives for Family Day. One big happy family. So let's hope we could make that happen. And lastly, like I said, this is not going to be a long, drawn-out virtual Shopgate. Is the division officers will be coming around doing their live Shopgates. I'm going to sit down with my team, see what date we could do ours in the depot, and hopefully it will coincide with the division officers and we could do it together. So that date I will get to you as soon as possible. And other than that, as always, the weather's breaking. There's going to be more activity on the road. As you know, more people in the street, more scooters, more traffic, and things of that nature. As you can see, especially in the depot, the SCM, GS Lawrence, been updating the accidents in the depot. They are a little high. Most, I say, the bigger bus, bigger percentage, but we just have to be more aware and cognizant, and just be careful out there. Once again, let's just comply and adhere to all the rules. Come to work on time. Give yourself time to get there. That's another thing that they have been monitoring: the late reports, the late sick calls, and things of that nature. Let's just try to minimize all these trivial infractions and put ourselves in a position to validate why we deserve these gains. We deserve it regardless, because the job is only getting more difficult. It's a challenging job, but it's also a rewarding job. Years I've been driving a bus. I still drive a bus periodically. I think that's important for me to do. That way I can always empathize and have my finger on the pulse, so to speak. But that's basically it. I'll leave you with that on this Sunday. Good evening. I said I wasn't going to be long and drawn out. Next go around, I'll have more material to bring to you. So good luck. God bless. I'll see you at the depot, and I'll see you at the road. Good night.
Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
I think that I belong to the minority group. I am Puerto Rican, I'm black, and I'm between the walls. So anything that I do, first, I will be reflected on me because I'm black, and second, I will be reflected on me because I am Puerto Rican. But with this one, I tell you that to me, I always respect everybody, and thanks to God, when I grew up, I was raised, and when my mother and father never told me to hate anyone, or they never told me to dislike anybody because they're race or color. We never talk about that. The matter of fact, I started listening to this stuff when I came to this state. So to me, I would say that this is something that I love everybody, and I have to be very careful what I do because who I am. So